water. It wouldn't, P80 wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. Actually, she bought my first pair of dumbbells, my bench, and I had a kettlebell. That's all I had. I had a dumbbell, a bench with 300 pounds, and a kettlebell. That's how my training started. And she bought that. That's something I wanted to do, and she just been behind it. We weren't even married at the time, and she bought that for me, and it just grew from there out of my basement. Actually grew together. That's for sure. We grew together.
Right, and a lot of people don't understand, having somebody strong next to you while you're building.
She let me be me.
Right.
Instead of like judging who I was, she knew who I was when we first met. She knew I was this wild individual that always said whatever, and it never was a problem. So she knew what she was getting into when we met. So it wasn't nothing like that. My biggest, like I say, it wouldn't be no P80 or me without her.
What up, though? It's Calvin with the Stab Lab Podcast. Look, I want to shout out to Vara Juice for sponsoring this episode. I need y'all to do me a favor and go check them out as soon as possible. They got plenty of locations, and they got some of the best fresh squeezed fruit juice I've ever tasted in my life. Make sure y'all say Calvin sent y'all and get y'all a little discount. Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Calvin with the Stab Lab Podcast, and I appreciate everybody for rocking with me 1,000%. My goal and my purpose is to help everybody be better people, man, to learn, to grow, and change in the way we think on a daily basis. First, I want to shout out my sponsors, Vara Juice, for sponsoring this episode. If you do want to be a sponsor or a brand ambassador, just hit me at thestablabnetwork.com, or you can hit me at Gmail or Instagram at thestablabnetwork, of course. But today, man, I have somebody very special here with me, a guy who has helped me start my fitness journey. He's a guy who's been through a lot of trials and tribulations, but he's still here. He's a father, a man that holds many titles, man. One of the best trainers, coaches, athletes in the state of Michigan. A dad, a football star. Now the new strength and conditioning coach at Lawrence Tech University. Like I said, just a great man, a Central High School graduate, a 1996 Hillsdale College graduate. Let's give it up for Chris. What P80 training, man? How you feeling today?
All right.
I hope I got all of that right, man.
Yep.
I hope I got all of that right, man.
Well, I just stepped down from Lawrence Tech.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We moving on a little bit.
Okay, well, that's cool. I mean, it was something different for you.
Just something to do. I wouldn't say it was just something to do to add to my resume.
Okay. So before we get into it, man, I just wanted to, tell everybody, through 2023, I know that we all learned a lot. And I've learned a lot, and I've just been reflecting on, what I've been through this year, how I've grown, and the things that I've seen. And I'm learning just to let go and let God. And it's like one of the best things and the decisions that I've decided to do, because my life has been better, man. And I see things a lot clearer. I move a lot different. And I just want to tell y'all for 2024, man, if you haven't done anything in this year or learned anything in this year, I think that you need to take that into 2024 and just grow from it, man, and be better and, want to be a better person and, just want to grow. That's part of life, man. But I do have a couple icebreaker pop questions for you before we get into it, man.
Okay.
I'm just going to ask you one question, and you can give me one answer.
Okay.
Start with number one, faith.
Believe in it.
Believe in it. 2, goals.
Be the best ever.
Okay. 3, P80 Angie.
My dog.
4, friends.
Very limited.
And 5, support.
Very limited.
Okay. I like those answers, man. So what do Huff like to do? I know you.
Well, I will say what I like to do. Everybody know I love my family, so I spend a lot of time with my grandkids and my wife. And, my sons work for me, so I spend a lot of time with my family. I would say people would find it weird. Fun for me has been around my track kids. That's my fun time. That's what I call fun for me. Coaching track is like my passion. Training is my job. It's what I do, which I really love. But being with the track kids is probably like my fun.
Okay.
Yep, that's my fun.
That's what you enjoy doing.
That's what I enjoy, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, this has been something, a part of you since, 2010, correct?
No, 1995.
Oh, okay, 95, okay. Yep. So take me back to, you starting in 95. You graduated in 96 from Hillsdale, correct?
Well, I graduated December of 95, walked in 96.
Okay, you walked in 96, okay.
Yep.
So give me your mentality of you leaving football and you joining the coaching
Well, leaving football, when you play football, when you play football, that just don't leave you. You got to find something that's still competitive. I needed something that was still competitive. I was still out here trying to figure out what I wanted to do and all that, and I needed something competitive. I always been good, with this. My degree was in kinesiology, and this is what I wanted to do. So I kind of started building this just to be competitive, to say I wanted to be the best at this. So anything I do, I want to be the best at it. I don't just want to do it. So when I said I was going to do it, I said I wanted to be the best at it. So I started building it.
Okay. How did you come up with P80? Was that awesome?
80 is my college football number. The P is for performance. So we're a performance-based gym.
Oh, okay. I don't think a lot of people knew that.
No, 80 is my college football number.
Okay. So coming from you being a contractor, doing landscaping
Yep.
And things of that sort, how did you convert over to owning your own gym? Because I know you was doing it in your basement.
Yep, it was in my basement. Well, landscaping is something, it helped keep money in my pocket. I don't know if everybody know the LaFontaines as the car dealership people. But the older brother ran a big landscape construction company, and that was the family that supported me all while I was in college.
Oh, wow.
Last year of high school, that was my job.
Okay.
So they taught me the trade of that, not just cutting grass. I did brick pavers, retention walls, golf courses, building parks. We was in it deep. They're a big company. So that's kind of what I did. And so when I graduated, you just can't be a trainer.
Right.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
That doesn't happen.
We're going to get into that.
I still worked for them. I was a manager for them. So that's what I did. I was in the landscaping business for a long time.
Okay. So did the trainer aspect always been in you since football?
Yep. I started.
Right.
Yep. I started in '95 in school at Hillsdale. I'm training some of my friends that was there on the track team and kind of build it up from there.
Okay.
Yep.
So, how do you normally prepare for it? But before we get into it, man, go ahead and let them know, who Huff is, where they can find you at and stuff like that before we get too deep into it.
Everybody know my name. My name is Christopher Huff. I own Performance 80 Fitness. You can find me at Grizzly Performance 80 on Instagram. All my stuff is pretty much Grizzly Performance 80. On Twitter is just my name, Christopher Huff.
Okay. How do you mentally prepare for today? Because you just told me you get up at 4:30 in the morning.
At 4, actually.
4. That is crazy.
Man.
I just started getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's killing me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're talking 28 8 years of doing it, so it's like routine now. But I wouldn't say I'll be prepared. It's just like it's my routine. I get up. I wouldn't say I need an alarm or nothing like that. I pop up, get up. I'm on 10 when I first wake up in the morning. So I'm happy to get up and get in my car and go to work. So I'm happy about being here. Because if anybody come in the gym at 4:35 in the morning, I'm on 10 that early in the morning.
You are.
I'm
Music
happy,
playing.
I'm happy to be here.
So how do you keep that drive and that motivation?
You got to be happy at what you do. Because if I wasn't happy doing this, I wouldn't do it. So if anybody doing anything, if you find it's miserable to get up, you hate it. Don't do it. So I'm happy. It feel like I haven't worked a day of my life. I'm 50 years old, and it feel like I haven't worked a day of my life because I wake up every morning like, man, I'm happy to get up and do what I do. It doesn't feel like work. It's crazy. I get paid to do something I like to do.
And that's crazy. Yeah. How do you feel your sons following you in your footsteps?
Man, it took a minute. It was a road. I didn't know who I was going to lead this to and who wanted to do it because my sons always said that I want to find my own way. I don't want to do what you do. And it took a minute. And my oldest finally took on. Now he's part owner of the business. Okay. And my youngest still finding his way, so he probably end up getting more involved in the business. But they never wanted to do it. They didn't want to do what I did. So they wanted to do something else. They did something else, and it led them back. And now my son is part owner of the business.
Shout out to your son, man. Yeah. Most definitely. Okay, so I just want to get a little bit into who Huff is behind the P80 Fitness. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you purchased something that you actually love or something for yourself?
When was the last time I really bought something for myself? Let's see. It's crazy. I bought a pair of running shoes.
Did you? It'd be the smallest things.
I was thrilled about that one. I just got back into running. I kind of shied away from, I shied away from the heavy lifting. My normal lifting is most people heavy lifting, but I kind of shied away from that and got into running a little bit. So I bought some traditional running shoes. What I think they call hoka. I bought some of those.
Oh, with the heel on. I mean,
yeah, they made for running.
Oh, okay. How do you like them? Because I've been seeing
I love them. I love them because I typically run about 2 to 3 miles daily, something like that. Nothing crazy. I ain't no serious runner, but 2 to 3 miles pretty much every day.
Okay. What's up with the no shoes, man? It's like I know everybody want to know.
But it's crazy. My My family is from Alabama, and that's kind of what we did as kids. We played outside with no shoes on, and as time progressed on and on and on, that just became nature. It just felt comfortable to do that. So in the gym, and when I squat, most people, powerlifters know when you deadlift or squat, it just feel comfortable, it just make you more grounded. So that's kind of where that came up growing up and spending a lot of time in Alabama as a kid.
Okay, so when you do power lifts or deadlift, should you use a flat shoe or
Well, squatting you can use a heel, but I prefer flat. Deadlift you want to be flat so you can push through the ground. So the more you put force to the ground, the more you go up. More vertical you get.
Okay, so a lot of people be deadlifting and squatting with the Nikes with the bubble.
That's wrong. They're gonna tear their knees up.
Right, and I did. You know what I'm saying? I did, and I almost killed my ankle, man. I almost killed my Achilles doing that.
You're trying to be more flat, more stable.
Right.
So,
what would you say your self-discipline muscle is in shape or need a good workout?
Now, what'd you say?
Would you say your self-discipline muscle is in shape or it needs a good workout? Basically meaning the self-discipline that you have, waking up at 4, being driven at doing what you're doing. You might, be, okay, I've been doing this for 20 plus years and I'm kind of laid back a little bit. Do you think you need to tighten up a little bit, or you think that my self-discipline?
It's crazy. The older I get, the more disciplined I get. Because the older you get, you have to become more disciplined. Because when you're younger, you can kind of let things sway a little bit and still make it up. But when you get older, everything got to be like pattern. My days are pattern.
Right.
It's tightened. I'm more disciplined now than when I was 25 or 30. Even though I was wild in the gym at that age, now it's more structured. It's more
strategic.
Yep, it's more planning now. Before then, I just freestyled it and got away with it. But now I don't try to do that. I don't try to freestyle anything. Everything is kind of like programmed, structured. I'm more scheduled now. I'm using computers. I'm doing all that now. Before, everything was just in my head. Everything just went off what I thought that day.
It come with time, though. You know what I'm saying?
With time. Oh, it definitely.
It come with a lot of time. It come with a lot of time. Yep. So speak to me a little bit between, the pandemic where you going virtual, and now how you kind of switched. Because I know once, the gyms closed, I know that was kind of a big thing for you.
Well, I would say it's weird to say the pandemic was good to me.
A lot of people say that, though. It was a blessing in disguise, man.
Yeah, the pandemic was good with me. I didn't take no government money, none of that. I didn't do none of that. The PP, all that loan stuff, I did not get any of that. Luckily, I have a great following. But what I did, I switched everything to online because I already had classes, which most guys didn't teach at the time because most guys thought boot camp classes was lame, but that's something that I did always. So all I did was put the camera in front of the class, and I did it in my living room, and 60, 70 people were doing it with me every day.
Right.
So, and I never missed a day of rent in the gym and nothing like that. So basically, I'm rolling out my bed into my living room, popping in front of the computer, and I ain't cutting on no light, no gas, no nothing, no weights, no nothing. So every money pretty much came to me.
So it's a blessing in disguise, really, though. And it helped a lot of people.
Yep, it helped a lot of people. And even when we started, I started loaning out my weight to my clients, to my existing clients. I started loaning weights up to them, keep the dumbbells until we got back open. Or I go out shopping, find places with dumbbells, buy them, let them buy them from me. Mostly discounted. I wasn't charging them nothing. I was just making sure that people had something to move.
Right.
I felt that if I did that, I was keeping people's mind off what was going on, and it just blew up into a big thing. Every time I looked up, every class I did, it was 60 to 70 people online per class, several times a day at that.
That's crazy because you had a big following since you were on 8 Mile.
Yep.
And then you moved from the last location.
Spot. Yep, we grew every year. This move here was not a planned move. I was forced to move here.
Yeah, we're going to get into it, for sure.
But, we just grew. Each year we tried to grow. I hated to leave that 8 Mile spot because that was the one that was dear in my heart. That was my first building. It wasn't big. We outgrew it by a lot.
Yeah.
But it's just something first you don't want to get rid of.
Right, because it's like your baby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It started, that was your very first gym, right?
My very first building. I trained out of my house for 10 years before I bought a building. So a lot of people don't know that. Because I opened, that's why you say 2010.
Okay.
That's when I first had brick and mortar.
Okay.
I was training out of my house.
For 10 years?
10 years out of my house, yep.
Jesus Christ. But you was going back and forth to the gyms, like Powerhouse and stuff like that?
I never really trained at a commercial gym. I took a job when LA Fitness first got here. Well, I was there working out with a person. The guy working there was like, man, let's make some money together. I'll hire you at LA Fitness. Like, cool, why not? I ain't doing nothing. I said, cool, we'll do it. But I still had my gym. So I kept them separate. I work at LA Fitness, go to my gym, work at LA Fitness. I was just going back for up and down Telegraph all day long. I go open up LA Fitness at 5 in the morning, work from 5 to 8, take my kids to school, go open up P80 at 9, work 9 to 12, go to LA Fitness, work from 1 to 3, go pick my kids up from school, open P80 up at 5, work from P80 5 to 8, and then close LA Fitness. I did that for 5 years.
That's all you knew at that time.
That's what I did. That's what it takes to build a successful building. You got to put your all into something if you want to be successful. So I knew this was what I wanted to do, so I put my all into it.
Right. Speak a little bit about how your wife stood behind you.
Biggest supporter. It wouldn't. P80 wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. Actually, she bought my first pair of dumbbells, my bench, and I had a kettlebell. That's all I had. I had a dumbbell, a bench with 300 pounds, and a kettlebell. That's how my training started. And she bought that. That's something I wanted to do, and she just been behind it. We weren't even married at the time. And she bought that for me, and it just grew from there out of my basement.
The most successful people I know have their wife behind them when they didn't have nothing. You know what I'm
I would
saying?
say my wife by my side. I would never say behind. She don't like that.
Not behind me, right? You're right. By your side. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grew together. You know what I'm saying?
And we actually grew together. That's for sure. We grew together.
Right. And a lot of people don't understand, having somebody strong next to you while you're building.
She let me be me.
Right.
Instead of like judging who I was, she knew who I was when we first met. She knew I was this wild individual that always said whatever, and it never was a problem. So she knew what she was getting into when we met. So it wasn't nothing like that. And my biggest, like I say, it wouldn't be no P80 or me without her.
Shout out to her, man, for being, such a strong supporter, because I feel like men need that support today. You know what I'm saying? We need that backbone, man, because some days we don't want to get up and do it, and sometimes we need that push. Especially from our wives, our girlfriends, our sisters somewhere, and us being men, we go through too much, already. You know what I'm saying? And I know, a few years ago, you came to work, feeling good or whatever, and you send your building on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. This had a regular Tuesday night, about to start kickboxing class, and next thing you know, coach, smoke coming in the building. You don't think much of it. You think next door, a little fire or something, called the fire department. Next thing you know, the whole roof just, boom, catch a fire. And then it just catch on from building to building to building to building. And then we sitting in the parking lot, man, my wife sitting in the car, and we just watching our dream just burn down right in front of us. She panicking, and, first thing I thought, man, my wife panicking. That's the first thing I thought, like, man, I can't have that. So I'm the one that got to be firm and strong. So I'm thinking of my next move instantly. My next move was that next day. I told everybody to go get a membership at LA Fitness, and we rocking from there at 5 in the morning. So we did that.
The very next day?
Very next day. Very next day, I told everybody to get a membership. We're going to go from there. So we did that. And I only charged everybody $100 a month to train with me. That's not a lot. And then luckily that summer, it didn't rain at all. So we had boot camps and classes outside. It did not rain. Rain did not interfere with me that whole summer, so it seemed like it was just on my side. So that happened around, the fire happened around I think like April, May. We opened up in the next building by late August.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about your mentality when all of that was going on. I know
That's where that hard to kill came from.
And that's my next question. Give me the definition of hard to kill.
Hard to kill, like nothing can bury me.
Okay.
No matter anything can happen to me, I'm gonna still come out on top. Like the movie Hard to Kill, because that's Steven Seagal was one of my favorite actors at the time, and one of his movies was Hard to Kill.
Right.
So, and that's where that mentality came from. It's like anything can happen to me, I'm still gonna come out on top. So
you said on one of your posts, you said, I learned a lot from this day, and it taught me you must fight adversity head on if you want to come out. The only thing on your mind, you got to stay, in hard to kill mode. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that drive came from?
Most people fold. You'll be amazed. Most people today, what happened to me, most people fold.
Facts.
I'm like, I'm going to get a new job. I'm about to go to the plant. It's over with.
Facts.
I don't want to do nothing else. So this is where you got to fight for something you want. You got to fight for it. So this is something I wanted to do. So I was like, I don't want to do nothing else. I don't want to go work in no plant. Nothing against nobody that work in the plant. That's just not what I wanted to do.
Right.
So and I knew I met a lot. I met a lot to the community. So I knew I had to get it back open.
How was your support system during that time?
Man, the support system was huge. Next thing I look up, I'm on Fox 2. I'm on Channel 4, radio stations want to interview. It's crazy. The radio station interviewed me while the fight was happening. I don't know how they got my phone number, nothing like that. A couple of the clients, they started a GoFundMe because I didn't want no parts of that. I didn't want no parts of that. I thought that was just was like what would you call it, like sympathy. You know, like it's
sympathy, yeah, for sure. Okay,
I didn't want it. I'm not built like that.
That's crazy. As men, we don't want the help. You get what I'm saying?
I didn't want that. I didn't want it. And a lot of people think like I'm not shooting it down, but people don't know what it takes to start a business. Like it did raise some money, but that money was literally gone in one shot. It was.
Wow.
And people think if you got $8,000-9,000, you should. Well, I would never use, number one, never use GoFundMe because they're going to get about, if you got $10,000, they're getting 4 of it.
Ooh, I ain't know that. Oh, shit.
That's how they
I
make
ain't know
money.
that.
That's when people be setting up GoFundMes. Don't do that. If you want somebody to do something, set up your cash app.
Right. Okay. I'm glad he said that on here, y'all. So y'all know, don't use the GoFundMe account. Right. Okay.
And a lot of people thought like, oh man, he got some money from GoFundMe. Man, no. Just to get a commercial building, you need about 15 racks just to start. That's just to get the real estate stuff started.
Okay.
Not alone getting the insurance, open, close, moving the stuff in, getting the floor together, fixing the building. People didn't forget all about that. And they was like, oh, didn't you have insurance? I have liability because I didn't have no, what would you call it, no equipment of like real value, like computerized stuff. I didn't have that. All I had was steel and all that. So I only had liability on my clients. So if you got hurt in here, you got taken care of. Right. Insurance. I didn't have no insurance.
So you had to start all the way from the bottom?
No, nothing, all the way over. Started all the way over. We got a few things out the building, a few bars, a few plates, but after that, we switched from steel. That's when I switched from steel to Olympic weights because I didn't get nothing off of that. It wasn't no insurance, nothing. All that did was just cover up our clothes and walk away. So basically, everything after the fire, you just walk away. We closed out our deal with the company there because either they found us a new building in the same area or the same size, and they couldn't. So we all signed off and said, "Boom, here you go. You free to go. You out your lease." So I walked away with nothing. So starting from ground zero. So
how did you restructure your business with P80, after that?
It's always a template. It's always going to be my same template of my business. It's always going to be that same base going to always be the same. I'm learning new business tactics as I get older.
Okay.
I'm learning how to do more things to be more business savvy because I really wasn't business savvy, like the business and dealing with the people, like paying the money and all this kind of stuff, charging people. When you know yourself a value of $400, stand tall on it. Somebody tell me, I ain't got it. Well, give me $100. Let's work. That stuff don't happen no more. So now it's more business like now. So it ain't like more I'm just taking anything or anybody telling me a sob story because everybody lie about sob story.
Everybody
do not have a sob story.
Right.
So, you can go hang out in the club, do X, Y, and Z, which you can do whatever you want with your money. But as far as training, if you want to pay for it, you pay for it. If you don't, now I'm like, if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't.
Okay.
And I'm at that stage of where I train now. It's either you want to do it, fine. If you don't, you don't.
Okay, so speak to me a little bit about how, I call you Huff, I want to start training. You know what I'm saying? And
first time I ask you, what's your goals?
Okay.
And what are you training for? That's one of my biggest things I ask people, and I always tell them, like, number one, P80 can get any goal that you want, but you got to want to be here. This place is not for everybody. Everybody can't come in here and work out. There's so many other gyms around. This place might not be your fit. That's one of my things I tell people. I'm like, if you got to go, we're going to get after it. If you're not going to be consistent, it's not for you.
Okay.
If you don't want to work hard, it's not for you. If you want to come in and think you about to take videos all day, not for you.
Because that's the new thing now. Go to the gym, do a little 10-second video, and then post it.
And say I worked.
Right.
And any videos you come up from here, they coming from me.
Right.
They coming from me. It's me actually filmed. They don't know if they been filmed.
Right.
So we don't. That's another thing. We don't allow filming.
Okay.
And if anything, I was like, I'll film it and approve it.
Okay.
If you want to post something, because everybody want to post something on their media site. That's cool. I get that.
Right.
Especially if you like, oh man, I lost this amount of weight, or I was squatting 100 pounds a month ago. Now I'm at 200 pounds. Of course, you want to show your progress. So I let that happen. But as far as everybody, every 5 minutes, everything you do, you popping out of camera. Not gonna happen.
We need that, man. Because how do you feel about the new fitness influencers? You know what I'm saying? Everybody who wants to be a fitness influencer now, Instagram influencer,
it's killing the fitness business. It's killing the fitness business. It's cool. I'll never hate on nobody for getting bread. Get your money, but it's killing the fitness business because a lot of people think I can do what they doing on here and now I get fit, and it's not true. Or
In less than 20 days.
it's not gonna happen like that. As an influencer trying to get followers and likes and get a check, which is cool, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with it. But as far as like basing your fitness goals off of that, they're just trying to influence you to do something. It's not a program.
Okay.
So
when a person comes in here and say, Huff, I want to change in 6 months or 3 months, put it like that, 30 days or 90 days, those are unrealistic goals.
Yep.
You let them know, like, this not gonna
gonna be like somebody say, oh man, I'm coming in my birthday is this and I want this. Well, it's not for you. Move on. You can go from here.
You keep it real though.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. But I like people that got realistic goals. Like I tell them, if they tell me what they want, then I tell them another template of what they should be gunning for. If they agree, we sign up. If not, they can move on. But I like people, if they got to go, they shooting for at least 3 months minimum. Okay. If you shooting 3 months, that means you got a goal in mind.
Can you change in 3 months?
Change in 3 months, you change in 30 days. If you put that, like we do a lot of 30-day challenges here.
Okay.
And you can change in 30 days if you put the work in. I've seen you can lose 10, 15 pounds in 30. You can change, your muscle mass. You can get leaner. If you're doing everything right in 30 days, you can change.
Right. It starts with the mentality.
Yeah, we do a lot of challenges. We do a lot of 30-day challenges. I think we on about season 9 or 10 or something like that, where whoever transformation looked the best in 30 days, you win the pot.
Okay.
So you can change in 30 days, depending on, like I said, dedication.
Okay. What's one of the most valuable lessons you've learned in 2023?
23, well, what will I say? I would say not just this year alone. Bet on it's always on me. I would say never count on nobody. I'm never counting on nobody. That's been an overall lesson. Always count on me, because counting on somebody else is not going to work. You're not going to be successful constantly counting on somebody. Always count on myself and build from me.
Okay. So, I want to talk a little bit about working with younger athletes, because I see you working with a lot of track stars, a lot of up-and-coming football players. You've worked with some of the best football players.
Yeah, we have.
That's why I call you the best trainer in Michigan, because I don't see – my vision might not be as, wide, but I don't see a lot of trainers that a lot of young football players come. I see you posting people who just signed to Alabama, like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So talk a little bit about, training the younger kids up to who they are now.
Well, that's something like I said, that's my fun time. Okay. That's what I like doing. Saying young people are our future. So if you got to invest in your young people. So I feel like if I'm investing in the young people, they can pass it down to the next young person, so that it can just keep moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. Because if you ain't investing in young people, we ain't gonna have nothing. Everything gonna stop.
Right.
So that's why I invest into the young people, because they can, once they get to a certain point, they can pass it down to the next young person. Then we keep going like that, and we can keep it moving like that. And that's how we keep moving a little bit. Because some of the older guys may come in the gym, and I'll be there telling them, like, I was in the same spot you was in not too long ago, and look where I'm at. So that's that motivation. Or they'll see their jersey on the wall, or look at my media and say, man, I remember such and such was in here. It's like a video people still look at. When People Jones was in high school, he was doing a 50-inch box jump. That video went viral on Twitter, and his kids today still talk about that video. Certain things they see, like, man, I remember. They see him now, like, I remember he was at Huff Gym when he was younger.
Yep.
So it's a lot of things that people remember when they seen it happen here. Like, man, he was here. If I work hard, maybe I can do it too.
Okay. Do you feel like some of the parents push their kids too hard?
Way too hard. That's one of the biggest things that's going on today. That's why youth athletics are being short. There's too many parents living through their kid, and like here, parents not allowed to come in when they drop their kid off.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
They can't watch because they think training is like almost like a sport. Like they pushing them like it's it's actually a game. So we don't let parents come in. Some kids are not built for this. If we see a kid that's not ready for P80, we get their parents' money back.
Okay.
Like this not for him.
Okay.
You can give your money to somebody else. That's who won't take it. So our kids are like represent our brand.
Right.
Because when you go somewhere, people are like, man, that's a P80 kid. You can't. You representing me.
Facts.
I don't want that. Because you can go to any football field. Okay, I know that's one of Huff kids.
Because how they train.
Yep.
Right.
That's what I want right there. So everybody ain't built that way. So we'll kind of heal your money. You can go wherever you want to go. It's not here.
How are the kids mental when they come in? You know what I'm saying? They might be like, okay, I feel more comfortable with Huff because my daddy is on my ass. You know what I'm saying? And he might be cheating.
And that's why I make the parent leave.
Okay.
Because the kid feel more old. Because if the parent in here, they constantly trying to look over, trying to please the parent.
No, that ain't right. No,
and not really trying to get the job done what they need to be doing. So some parents, you can't come in here.
Okay.
Go sit in the car. When they done, they'll come out.
Okay. So how have P80 grown over the years? You know, over the last 3 years? Like, what would you say the biggest growth spurt for you?
Biggest growth spurt for we starting to reach more outside of Michigan. We becoming more nationally known.
Okay.
It ain't just like Detroit or the metro area of Michigan. We starting to reach out a little bit thanks to track. Our name really got out because of track. That's how the P80 Speed name came up. Thanks to track, we got we got a little bit bigger because of that. Shout out to Darnell Hall and Karen Hall, who kind of let me into the track program and kind of put me into that little format right there. So that's how we got out a little bit with our speed training.
Okay. Would you say track is one of the most biggest programs you have today?
No, I wouldn't say that. Track, football, they all equal. That's what just like track is like my pastime. That's what I like to do.
Okay.
But all our programs are equal. We have a lot of girls basketball, a lot of volleyball. All our sports are pretty equal.
How do you juggle all of this? You know, track and the speed, the weight lift. Like, how do you?
Good health. Good health. Good help. I got a good staff. I have a great staff behind me, and they learn everything they learn is learned through here, out in these walls. Not Instagram, not no book, no nothing. They learn from me. So everything is taught through me. So it's a system.
Okay.
So they run the system. That's all they know is the system.
Okay.
We run the system like a line at the plant, the car. It just keep moving. Long as that, we just gotta. It's the system.
How important is it to have a team?
Super important, because if I didn't have a team, I would have to be here every day, all day, which I am, but I can get up and leave and do what I want to do now.
Right. You've done that before too, though.
Yeah, I'd be gone like 2-3 weeks at a time. Like if I'm at a track meet, like Junior Olympics, I'm gone. We go out of town a lot for track. Now I have a good team in place where I feel comfortable. When I leave, everything, the gym is not going to lose a beat.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable, like I said, leaving for a few weeks or whatnot? Yeah, okay.
Oh, man, yes. Yeah.
For sure.
I have a team. My team is like that.
Okay. What is your diet like? What is Huff's diet like?
My diet is a wild diet.
Because for me, sorry to cut you off, for me, it's like my arch nemesis is cookies and cake and donuts.
Luckily, I don't eat sweets.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Sweets is not a big thing on me like that. But I eat regular food like any other body else. Like if I feel I want to cut weight, my discipline will let me cut down to the weight I want to be. But I'm normal like anybody else. If I want some fried chicken, gonna eat some fried chicken.
Okay.
But if I need to stop eating fried chicken for a while to get to a certain way, I can discipline myself to stop. I'm pretty normal.
Right.
I'm pretty normal, but I'm pretty good at getting people getting to the goals they need to be. It's not about me. It's about the people I train. That's what influencers go wrong. It's always about them, not the people they train. P80 is never about me. It's about the people I train. That's why I try to post the people that come through here. It's never about me. So if you basing everything about me, everybody be trying to squat 700 pounds.
Right.
That's not it. That's not what we're trying to do. That's
right.
what I love to do.
Right.
P80 is not about me. That's what people used to get it so wrong. Oh, man, I saw that guy lifting 700 pounds and doing this and doing that. That's not good for you. That's what I like to do.
Right.
It's not what we're doing for our athletes and everything. That's what I do. That's what people had to learn to separate over the years. What I love to do is not what we train our people to do. What I do is not for my clients.
Right. I very rarely even see you post you working out. You know what I'm saying?
If P80 is not about me.
Yeah.
I'll say every now and then I always post to people, like let people know I'm still here. I'm still that guy.
Yeah, for sure. You got to pop your shit. Yeah, for sure.
Every now and then I do that, but P80 is not about me.
Okay.
It's about the people here. And that's what a lot of trainers do. Me personally, if I see a trainer that posts themselves constantly, that's somebody I wouldn't deal with. I need to see who you training and what they look like.
And what's the goals that they achieve.
Yeah, you can look good, but are your clients looking good? I tell people all the time, some of the best college strength coaches are old dude with a big belly, but just super smart. But he can get anybody strong, fast, and everything. It's about knowledge.
Okay, right.
Like you see a doctor, you see all the doctors out in the smoking session, but he'll come in there and tell you not to smoke.
Facts.
But he's out there smoking.
Right.
It doesn't have to be where you have to. It's great to be in shape. It's good to have your trainer in some kind of shape. Don't get me wrong. But everybody's like, oh, you see that trainer, he wasn't in shape. But if he's smart and know what he's doing, I'd rather have somebody smart and know what he's doing to get me in shape. I don't care what you look like, but if you can get me to where I want to be, I'm good like that. That's like you saying, I don't want no old fat mechanic working on my car, but that guy can put an engine in your car.
Man, what in 3 days? You know what I'm saying?
You don't need that.
Right.
You don't necessarily, people get it. It's a fine line between that. Do you want a trainer that know what they can demonstrate stuff sometimes? Yeah. But he doesn't have to be that super fit person. You don't have to be that super, as long as you know your job.
Right. They say that the biggest muscle in your body is your brain.
Yeah.
Is that the truth?
That's what keeps everything going.
Right.
That's what keep everything going.
And like you said, a lot of people go off what you look like. You know what I'm saying? They want to know how you looking.
Yep. And my goals are totally different from an athletic goal.
Right.
I'm not jumping over a hurdle. I'm not running a football. I'm not throwing a baseball. I'm not doing none of that. I work out the way to make me feel comfortable. That's what I like doing. Most people should work out what makes them feel like comfortable, not what somebody else think. If you're working out, if your body look great to you and you working it out, that's great. Now, when most people are like out of shape or obese, saying, I'm comfortable with me, stop it. Stop it.
That's something that they put in their mind to make them feel okay.
Stop it. That's not okay, because now you're dealing with heart disease and all that. It's not okay to say, I'm happy who I am. You may be happy who you are, but you're messing with your health. So that's what a lot of people I hate. That's one line I do hate. Like, I'm comfortable being me. Yeah, you may be comfortable being you, but that's unhealthy.
But are you happy, though?
Yeah.
You know
they say that. They say that.
That's some bullshit.
If I'm walking up the stairs and I'm getting tired at the top of the stairs, that's not happy.
Exactly. That's not happiness at all. And I've been coming to the gym for a while now. And shout out to you for helping me start my,
I remember it well.
Yeah, it was tough. Yeah. It was some days I wanted to give up, but you've helped me start my fitness journey. And it's like I can't do without the gym now, because I know the positive effects that comes from the gym. And I know what I've gained, even mentally, while I'm in the gym. You get what I'm saying?
It's like a good drug.
It is a good drug.
It's a good drug.
And I try to explain that to people all the time, and they don't understand it. Why you go to the gym so much?
Yep.
You don't even understand.
I can't. I can miss one day, but it can't go no past that. I have to go do something physically to move my body.
Right.
To say I move my body. I can go one day, and for me to miss that day, I got to be really tired or something really wrong with me not to go. Because I got to do something where it's walking, it's something. I have to do something physically and move daily. I have to.
I've even seen you have surgery and you still was moving.
3 knee surgeries. Yeah.
3 knee surgeries. Shout out to you for making it through that, man. Because a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people would have folded after that.
3
That's
knee
crazy.
surgeries, 2 bulging discs in my back.
Golly, is
arthritis. Arthritis in my shoulders and elbows. Man, it's a lot. It's just being older, from being an athlete.
Yeah.
All the years. It's wear and tear on my body.
Yeah, I mean, that come with it, though. You expect that.
Yeah, and I had surgeries and bounced right back. And it's your mentality.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's that hard to kill mentality. I ain't trying to fold.
Right.
I always say real men don't fold.
Facts. Talk a little bit about discipline. You know, how you have discipline in the gym. Because when motivation stops, you have to have discipline.
Yep.
And you can have 1,000 things going on a day. You know what I'm saying? And you got to still deal with Huff. You know what I'm saying? You deal with 50 people a day at the minimum. You get what I'm saying? How do you deal with discipline?
Well, discipline right now, I have a set time that is for me to work out and do what I want to do. In that time, I don't fold or break anybody. Only way I broke it today, I broke it for you today.
My man, I appreciate you for that, bro. I really do. Thank you. I appreciate you for that.
I broke it today because usually this is my time where I might just be in here by myself.
Thank you.
I'm working out. I'm doing what I need to do. And a lot of times I may go to a gym like Planet Fitness where nobody know who I am.
Wow, really? I didn't know that.
Yep, and go. Every now and then I catch somebody, but typically the brand of people I deal with, not at Planet Fitness.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But I usually go run, run on the treadmill. They got a couple of machines I like because of my arthritis in my elbow. I like using a few machines. I do that. So I always do that between, I say roughly in between 12 and I try to be done by 2:30.
Okay.
So that's my window to do whatever I want to do.
Okay.
That's my discipline to work out. I got to get it done in that window. That's my window to do whatever working out I want to do.
Okay. I've sat in the gym. Well, I've sat in the parking lot at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to go in. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing this today, man. I'm referring to me now. When I don't want to work out, you know what I'm saying? I need that motivation and that drive to go in there because I know what it's going to potentially make me in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Self-motivation is something that everybody has to deal with themselves. What self-motivate you? What motivate me cannot motivate the next person. Because I sat in the gym parking lot, but guess what? That 30 minutes or so may pass. I'm going to get up and go in there eventually. I'm eventually going to go. But self-motivation that's the key word, self.
Okay.
And you got to find out what motivates you to get up and go in there, because some people just don't have it, because that's why we have a lot of people out of shape and that don't go to the gym. They don't have no self-motivation. Motivation. You can't depend on nobody else to motivate you. Nobody motivates me. I'm not going to nobody motivates me but me. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, oh, I saw this person doing that. Nah, that didn't motivate me. I motivate the things you see me do is because I motivated myself.
Right.
Because the people that work out with me and been here with me, they'll tell you I talk to myself. I do a lot of wild things. Certain songs gear me to do certain things. I'm a very self-motivated person now, so I think people got to be. It's on them. They got to find out what motivates them. If nobody can make you motivated, nobody can motivate nobody. I don't think it's possible.
It's not. It's not, man. Have you ever felt like this wasn't for you? Have you ever felt like a time where, man, I'm tired. Like, I just want to throw in the towel. Like,
I wouldn't say I was tired. I got tired of people. I wouldn't say I got tired of what I do. I got tired of the people and the people I deal with in our area, our region, not respecting what you do. And like, say, for instance, I've been reasonably priced forever. Now I'm more geared towards, my value. And then when you say your value, and if you're, I ain't paying that, I'm going over, I'm going to just go pay $10 at 10 Planet Fitness.
Right.
Well, and the business took a huge dive when I started taking a stand on that. Because, if you got 50 people paying $150, you're going to survive, but you working your ass off.
Right.
But now, you're demanding a little bit more of your time and you're more structured a little bit, you got to ask for a little bit more. And a lot of people think, oh, man, everybody think training is $100 a month. Untrue. Shit, most trainers charge $100 an hour.
Damn, do they?
Yeah, it's go to California, Texas, and all that, and people paying that because those states that you're in shape here, everybody think everything here, everybody think everything $10.
Do you feel like Michigan is behind in the fitness industry?
Yes, we got some. Yes, we way behind. We got a few people that stand out here, but some of our fitness people wouldn't survive in other thriving places because they wouldn't thrive. We got a few people here, not gonna name no names like that, but we got about a good 3-4 brands here that probably can thrive anywhere. But everybody else just doing it for the sake of doing it for the gram.
Right, okay. Yeah, we got to get out of that too, man, because that's only going to take you so far. You know what I'm saying? And doing it for the gram is you trying to just portray an image, and that's not good for your image. You know what I'm saying? Who is your hero? Like, who do you look up to? Who do you know what I'm saying? Like,
man, people, I talk to the guys all around here. I say, it's no celebrity. It's nobody I look up to. If anybody, my dad. Okay. If anybody, but like, it's no celebrity, no athlete, nobody. Like I say, oh man, I want to take a picture to him. I want to talk with him. No, it's none of that.
Nobody ever?
Nah.
Even when you was starting out, like, okay, like Ronnie Coleman or, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I like what he did, but I wouldn't say, oh man, I want to pattern myself. Never ever wanted to do that. I would say, one thing I did, I love C.T. Fletcher's story. Okay. That if anybody I took a picture with, that's probably the only picture I ever treasured I keep, that I took a picture with him. Okay. Other than that, I never wanted to stand in no line to take no pictures. I don't really follow celebrities on Instagram. None of that. I got to really like what you do for me to even follow you on Instagram. Like anybody, I probably follow The Rock. I like The Rock. Okay, yeah. I like The Rock. And wouldn't say I idolize him, but I like him. I like The Rock.
Because he's a good person outside of the fitness. For sure.
Outside of what he does. And I love the way he works, how he based his life around his fitness stuff.
Right.
So I like that part. But I wouldn't say oh man, I patterned myself out of this person. My style is my style. I'm unique. There's nobody out here like me. Now, is people patterning themselves after me? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like you are a good person to even look up to. You know what I'm saying? Or say, I want to run my
Because I'm going to give you any game, any knowledge you need. Because, like I say, I want young people to succeed. Why would I hold all this knowledge and die with it? That's crazy.
It don't make sense. Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
So, let's call it gatekeeping.
Yep.
Yeah, they call it gatekeeping.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
Some people just want to hold everything. I don't want to tell them that's not me. If any young trainer, they'll tell you. They can call me or ask me or say anything. Anything you ask me, I help with. Okay. Yeah. Now I got to guard that a little bit, my trust factor a little bit.
You do.
Because some people swear that they didn't do this, or asked me this, or got this from me. They were like, nah, I didn't do that. What you talking about?
Right.
But we get a lot of that, but that's okay.
Do you feel like you don't get enough recognition for what you've done over the years?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Because if I did, I'd be a millionaire. I'd be a millionaire right now. Most people in other states that do what I do are if you watch like any media site, people that do what I do in other states, they're millionaires.
Yeah, they are.
Or close to it. I'm not.
I think you run yours a little different than them. I think they're more of the fitness influencer kind of.
Sort of, kind of.
It's the people too, though.
Sort of, kind of. It's the people that other places that if they charge $300, they're gonna get it. Here we're not.
Yeah, you're right.
And they get it, and in that way, they building their brand. You building your brand. If I'm charging $100, I'm never gonna catch up to somebody charging.
Facts.
I'm never gonna catch up to that. So you'll never build your brand. You won't be stopping in a little rat race on that little thing. Just keep pedaling because you only charge X amount of dollars. You can't grow.
Right.
So now you got to charge to grow. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm charging to grow.
Okay.
Like I'm not the day-to-day option. I don't run the day-to-day here like this. I have my section of the day that I do. That's my part of the day. Every trainer has their own part of the day. Like my son deals with the afternoon. I deal with the morning.
Okay.
So everybody has, like I have my 2 trainers that work with me in the morning. He has his trainers that work with him in the afternoon.
Okay.
So we both have our own, we have our own, like the morning look different from the afternoon.
Okay.
How the gym is ran. If you come in the afternoon, if you're a morning person came in the gym, like it's different.
What time do you start your morning workout?
First session is 4:45.
Okay. In the morning?
Yeah.
Damn. I'm behind.
Like 4:45, 5.
Okay.
First one in the morning.
Okay.
Yep. That's the first one in the morning.
Describe me a day at P80.
Day and P80 me, I go through my day. My day pretty simple. I'm gonna just say what my day is. I wake up at 4. Wake up, daily stuff in the house, talk to my wife, boom, boom, move the car, head out, probably pull out my house about 4:30, get here about 4:45. First session, probably from 4:45, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Next group come in at 5:30. So I'm training pretty much from 5 to about 11:30. Do my workout, eat lunch, watch TV a little bit, talk to my grandson. Well, he's in school now, so I don't do that now. Go to track practice at 4 o'clock. Track practice from 4 to 5:30. Back at P80 by 5:45. Train at P80 for about 7. Teach whatever afternoon we class because I still teach all our classes. At 7 a.m. I do online. So I do an online class at 7 a.m. Then 7 p.m. I'm doing the class about 8:30. Then I write whatever I'm going over for the next day and set up the gym for the next day. Typically I get out of here about 9:30, eat dinner at 10, talk to my wife for a minute, then pretty much bed.
Wow. That's amazing that one man can do all of that.
That's a day.
Like I got to give it up to you for even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the day.
for doing that, man. What do you see P80 for 2024?
Growth. Growth for sure. I can see us in another state. I can see us in another state.
As a branching off? Or
branching
just,
off.
Okay.
Branching off. This is going to always be here. Home is home.
Okay.
Branching off, doing something different. That's why I said we want to be more. Like I said, when you say what do I say, I want to be the best. And being the best, you can't just be in one place being the best.
I had to learn that too.
Yep.
Especially in Detroit, because a lot of people don't think a lot of people motivate themselves enough in Detroit.
The hatingest city ever.
You think so?
I know so. They don't cheer you on.
We
don't cheer. We don't cheer. Like me and you was talking when you was sitting there about how I watched you grow from what you did when you came from when you was at your high, you came to your low, and then came back up. I sat and watched it.
You definitely did.
I watched it when you was all going on the trips and doing everything you were doing, and then you came down, humbled yourself, and post like, I got a regular job.
Yeah, I did for $14 an hour. And people don't believe that story. They be thinking I be lying. Yeah.
And I watched it.
Yeah.
So, yep, I see it's growing. I see it's growing. Me doing something different, more. I don't know if it's going to be college-based. I don't know if it's going to be pro-based. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know we're going to grow and move outside of Michigan a little bit more.
Okay, so before we get out of here, let's talk a little bit about rest and recovery, how you rest and recovery, or how should we rest and recover?
Rest and recovery is important and something I need to do better at because I'm always on the go. So I think that's something that rest and recovery is very important. Even getting in shape and everything you want to do, that's one of the most important things to do, but something I need to get better at as a person. Like better rest, get more sleep. I don't do that.
How many hours of sleep do you get?
Man, I think I go to bed about 12 o'clock. And I wake
At
up.
night?
Yeah, about 11:30, 12. But I wake up a lot. So, I'm always thinking. So when you think a lot, you wake up a lot.
Yeah.
So I wake up a lot, and then the next thing you know, it's 4 o'clock. I got to get up. Then I do get a nap. I do get a midday nap. I would say about an hour nap. So I got to do better with that, and I got to do better with, like, stretching and all that kind of stuff because I'm always moving. I'm helping everybody else with recovery, but I don't have nobody helping me with recovery. So I don't got nobody that's doing deep tissue on me all the time or stretching on me or something like that. I don't have that really because I need somebody to come to me. And it's hard to find somebody that's going to consistently come to you like that or change around your schedule for you. It's hard. Everybody just, like, the funny part, I'll pay whatever it is.
And people don't understand that.
Yep.
Like, I will pay whatever for a good massage, man. You can't find it.
But everybody want to say, well, I got to stay here and I got to do this. So whoever got to travel, if you got to travel in business like that, hey, you should hit me up.
Man, listen, you can make a lot of money doing that, man. What are some of the fundamentals of being a trainer?
Knowledgeable, be certified, study every day. You don't know everything because I don't know everything. One of the best trainers is a trainer that's learning all the time. I'm learning all the time. That's probably the best advice I can get any trainer. You should be smarter than when you was the day before. I feel I'm smarter every day. I learn something every day.
Okay.
If that's what trainers, if you want to be up in a trainer, evolve. Because if you're the same trainer you was 5 years ago, because I'm not the same guy
at all. Not at all.
I have some of my same principles, but I'm not the same guy. So I'm evolving and learning all the time. You got to learn all the time.
Would you recommend being a trainer?
What do I say? Recommend it. If you looking to be like making money right away, no, because you're not. Because you got to build a following, and you got to have a good support system. Being a trainer is something that take time. You're not gonna make. You'll be lucky to make $50 a day.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
So it has to be a passion inside of you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Be lucky. You got to build your brand up. If you're not building your brand up, or get with somebody that has a brand that's willing to pay you to work. Like my trainers live well, because I know what it is to be a struggling trainer.
Right.
And I want them to know that.
Okay.
My trainers don't know that.
Okay.
They don't know. They can say, oh, yeah, I want to make some money. Of course, everybody want to make more money. But I don't want them to feel what I felt like doing a boot camp for a donation. You got 50 people out there and you go to the jar and it's $20 in the jar. When they say, oh, it's only donations to come to boot camp, and you got 50 people out there and you go to the jar and it's $20. I don't want nobody to feel that. I felt that pain. Right. I don't want nobody to feel that one.
Okay. So
that's something I say. If you want to be a trainer, you better be able to work hard and humble yourself, because you're not going to have the best of the best right away.
Okay. Thank you, man, so much for spending time with me at the Stab Lab. I got a long list of stuff, but we had to do part 2 or something like that, man. But do you recommend cold showers in the morning and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Go cold, then go right to hot. That's that new thing they got out, the cold plunge. That's something that I'm trying to buy. But something cold, just a cold shower right when to wake you up, and then boom, go right to hot. That'll set your body and wake you up like that.
Okay, because you do the cryo spa, right?
Yep, I do that. I'm working on getting a cold plunge.
Listen, the cold plunge changed my life. Shout out to Motor City Float also for sponsorship as well. But that was the coldest I've ever been in my life. But when I got out, I was able to
function.
Oh my God,
you alert, and that's something. It's a lot of people that live and die by that cold plunge. That simple 5-10 minutes in the morning, hop in, boom, and you done.
I need it every day, Huff. Yep. I have to do it every day.
I'm telling you, it's people that can afford them, because some of them cold plunges are like, if you got one on your own, you look at them from $10,000 to $15,000.
Wow.
So it's a lot of like stars have them, actors have them,
yeah,
or people that's got money a little bit. That's cool to have.
Okay.
Because that's something next year we're gonna have.
And I'm gonna be right here. At the cold plunge every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, man.
Yeah.
But before we get out of here, man, I just want to tell you thank you so much. Do you want to leave any advice for the viewers, or any stories that you've had that changed your life, or something that you just want to get off your chest today?
I would say adversity make you stronger. If you don't have no adversity in your life, you're not living.
Okay.
That's for sure. Adversity make you stronger and make you better. If you ain't had no adversity, you're not living, or you're not pushing the envelope. Because that's for sure. If you pushing the envelope, you're going to have some adversity. So if you walking through life with no adversity, you really not living.
Through.
Yep.
For sure. Well, go ahead and let them know where they can find you at, man, what you got going on, your page and stuff like that.
Well, where we at? Well, everybody know I'm located in front of you. Basically, my IG is probably the best way to get in contact with me, Grizzly Performance 80. That's probably the best way to get in contact with me. It's there. And I'm sure my phone number is pretty easy, because it's been floating for 20-some years, 313-268-9555. That's been the same number for 25 years.
Wow.
I had the same phone number 25 years.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's one thing that don't change. That's something I learned from my high school coach.
Okay.
One of my players can always reach me. Say if a player you got and he get in trouble and he got one phone call, guess who number he gonna remember? Mine. So
That's
my
deep.
number my number would never change. So if anybody that I deal with for real and they got that one phone call, they know Coach Huff's number ain't changed. My number been the same about 25 years.
Wow, that's deep.
So I learned that from my high school coach.
Okay, so it's crazy because how you learn so much from people. You know what I'm saying? You would think that people don't know as much, man.
And that number shouldn't happen. Guys that call me when out of the blue,
right?
Whether it's jail, trouble, I need a jump, whatever.
You are a very influential person, man. And like I said, I appreciate you, for what you've done for our community. From the kids to the adults to the older. I seen you rehab people that came back from things that they didn't even think they can come back from. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've watched you grow, man, and I want to tell you to continue to, growing, man, and continue to, keep working hard at what you're doing, man. You can definitely follow me at the Stab Lab Network. You can follow us on YouTube. You can catch this episode on Spotify, iTunes, all over the place, man. But I need y'all to really take heed to what we're doing. Let's kind of, stick together for 2024, man. Let's grow together and come to P80 and get you some training, man. I know y'all want to get rid of that big back. I know y'all want to, get y'all bodies together for 2024. So stop by P80, man, as soon as possible and get with my man Huff. But like I said, I appreciate you, man, for spending time with me at the Stab Lab. Yep. Thank you so much, man. I hope y'all have a good day, a new happy year, and catch this episode again at the Stab Lab Podcast.